Welcome to day 4 of Bedtime Yoga. Today is going to be another session where we're focusing on tabletop and lying on the front of the body. Before we get started, though, let's just settle into a comfortable seat. Seat can look however you want it to, cross-legged, legs long, legs wide. And once you've found it, you can obviously sit on some cushions as well. Just want you to reach crown of the head up towards the ceiling. And we're going to drop into our 5 full breaths. Full breath in, full breath out, full breath in, full breath out. And then take 3 more at your own pace. And as you come to the end of that final breath, you can start to adjust yourself into that tabletop position. So we're coming to all fours, finding wrists roughly underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Optional extra, add some padding under the knees. And my suggestion would be, as you're preparing for this, to be a little bit further down the mat towards the back of it, so you've got a little bit of space to move forward when we transition to lying on the front of the body. So make your way into that all fours position. And I want us to start today by taking the left leg and extending it back, tucking the toes under. And all we're going to do here is we're going to press into that heel, start to find a bit of length down the back of the leg, and then ease off and shift a little bit of the weight forward into the hands. So we're going to take 5 of these. Exhale to press into that heel. Inhale to ease off. Last one. And then keeping the left leg extended, I want you to walk the hands over to the right side. And if you want to, you can start to slide the left foot over to the right side as well, as we start to find a little bit of a side bend. If you want to add a little extra here, press the hips over to the left side. So it's almost like we're creating a banana shape. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And then bring left leg back to the left side. Walk the hands back in. And then rebend that left leg. We're going to go straight into the opposite side now. So right leg extends back, toes tuck under. As we exhale, we press into that heel, starting to try to find some length in the back of the leg. Inhale, shift the weight forward ever so slightly into the hands. Exhale, press back. Inhale, shift forward. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Wonderful. Now from here, coming into the side bend, we're going to walk the hands over to the left this time. And then we're going to take that right leg. If you want to, slide the foot over to the left side. Find that length down the side body. And then if you want to bring in that little extra bonus here, shift your hips over to the right side. Let's take 5 breaths. Last one. Bring the leg back first, and then the hands, and then come back into tabletop. And I just want us to take 3 rounds of our cat-cow now. So as we breathe in, stretch the front of the t-shirt, look forward. As we breathe out, stretch the back of the t-shirt, look to the knees. 2 more rounds of that. Wonderful. Return into your neutral tabletop. You can always shift the pillows out of the way now if you're using them for padding. And what I want us to do is just to walk the hands forward. As we walk the hands forward, drop the thighs down, the hips, the abdomen, the chest. And then stack one hand on top of the other and rest the chin or the forehead on top of the hands. Now that we're down here, let's bend the legs and just take a little sway from side to side. And then re-extending those legs once again. We're going to tuck the toes under of the left leg. And similar to what we did in tabletop, we're going to start to press into that heel. Let the knee lift, let the thigh lift. Hold that for 3 breaths. Release that leg back down. Now let's tuck the right toes under. Press into that heel. 3 breaths. Letting the thigh lift, the knee lift. And then relaxing that leg down. So from here, I've got 2 options for you. I want us to do a little back bend, so cobra pose. There's 2 variations of cobra that I'm going to offer. So the first one is to bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Elbows are going to wrap in towards the side body. Think about the elbows. We're trying to encourage them to point towards the back of the mat. Doesn't matter if they're off at a little bit of an angle. We don't want them out to the side. We want them towards the back of the mat. Now from here, our first option is to start to peel the chest up and away from the ground, lift the chin ever so slightly, look towards the top edge of the mat. And we want to be able to keep a light pressure in the hands. It may be that you just think about hovering the hands. We're going to take 3 breaths here. And that leads us nicely into our second option. So you can stay where you are, or you can start to press into the hands, starting to straighten out through the arms. Hips stay on the ground, abdomen lifts, chest lifts. You start to look ahead as you press up into a higher cobra. You can always tuck toes under if you want to. 3 breaths there. And at the end of that third breath, let's all ease ourselves back down, all the way to the ground. Stacking one hand on top of the other, resting chin or resting the forehead. Take a few breaths here. And that brings us to the end of our practice. So you can just take the hands back underneath the shoulders, start to curl up, chest, abdomen, hips, thighs, shift back into tabletop. And if you want to, you can sit bum towards heels. So now that we're at the end of this practice, there's no relaxation today. It's time for you to go to bed. Rest easy, my friends. Thank you so much.